we can travel through the Rocket League wormhole and find ourselves here for our first match, Complexity versus Twisted Minds. The second of the day. It's going to be a very close one, potentially, hoping that we see Middle Eastern teams show up on home territory, because this is one of the tournaments that can really show off what they can do. It's the most teams we have had from the Middle East in any given event at one time.
Yeah, by far. This is a chance for Mina to show the world what they can do in threes as a region, as a whole. Want to really prove it's not just about Falcons, it's not just about Sandrock Gaming, but they're off to a tough start here. No boost in defense. Shad dumps in a 1-goal lead.
Trying to quickly turn around, but the defender was not quite able to recover in time. Shad taking a nice basic shot, going underneath the Hoom. Shikaji could not make it back. Quick early lead for Complexity, and if you guys missed that first game and you're only just joining us, this is not your standard 3v3 tournament, ladies and gentlemen. From this game, the loser picks either 2v2 or 1v1 to play in, and if it goes to game 4, we will then be playing the other game mode. Otherwise, game 3 and game 5 are all going to be 3v3 instead. So it makes it very interesting and very exciting to watch.
Very organized looking Complexity to kick things off here. I think mechanically Twisted Minds are going to be quite close to them, if not their equals, but it's all about the rotation, it's all about the synergy, and Complexity are on the field. This is a team with a ton of experience as well against some of the best teams in the world. Now that they've moved over to North America, they're really piling on the pressure here, hunting for the second goal, this time denied.
I mean, you mentioned that experience too. It's something that Twisted Minds just don't have in a LAN setting, and Shad on Complexity is absolutely thriving. The fact that, you know, where it had 2 goals coming in 1 minute 10, and Shad could just have a completely free chance in the air, nobody attacking him whatsoever. Into Complexity getting that lead is going to be massive for them. Their confidence continuing on LAN, not quite able to go to 2 out of the 3 events we had most recently in the Rocket League scene. Couldn't make it to 2 of the majors, but they're back, and looks like they're going to be striking with a venom, and an own goal gives Shad another one.
Yeah, very panicky defense from Twisted Minds. That first challenge misses. You know, Mish just has to make contact there. Boost has been a problem for them. You know, they're running out of boost pretty quickly. It's not just because Complexity are stealing it away, but also because I think they're using it a little bit too carelessly in defense.
Just want to see a push come out from Twisted Minds, see if they're able to confidently attack against that Complexity backline, but they've just not been given a chance so far until Mish able to pierce one through that blue net.
Raiseball thought he had control, gets dunked on by Dahoom. Shad trusting AJG to make contact, which didn't end up happening. 1 goal on the board for Twisted Minds. Still a long way to go in the first 3v3 of the series.
Falling down to Complexity error as well. AJG thought he was able to clear it away. Shad had full and fair trust in his teammate, but instead betrayed, unfortunately, on that blue side. AJG able to flick it over one, and save coming in from 1 defender. A chance again. Dahoom trying to dribble it out of defense. AJG pushing, stealing more boost, going for more bucks, nearly landing on the ball. Raiseball, great chance to go for a shot there, and just nuisance plays from AJG. Shad almost double tapping that one in. Brilliant movement and just aggressive suffocation from the team from South America.
Now look at this posture as well on the bottom right from Twisted Minds here. That's phenomenal stuff.
No gamer lean whatsoever.
I know, really, he's just very calm with it. So even though the situation is anything but calm, he's certainly feeling relaxed on the stage environment. It's leveled out a little bit here. Getting to see more of the Twisted Minds offense, but Complexity look like they're very ready for this. They know what they're up against. I spoke to the coach before this match. He said that he can see why the Middle Eastern region as a whole has been hyped up. He had a chance to play ranked against, or on the MENA servers, and he discovered that everybody on the server is just unbelievably fast. So they knew they're up against a quick team here. They're handling it well from game 1.
Well, that's what they need to be to compete against European teams on 100 ping, which is where you're going to be getting your best scrims from. You have to go for as many quick challenges as you can, and Raiseball from the opposite corner, not going for a quick challenge himself, but one that was very accurate and manages to get Complexity their 4th.
Yeah, nice snipe from Raiseball. Looks like the back corner just baited in Twisted Minds a bit as they start to press for more and more goals. But this being just one 3v3 followed by a different game mode means that I think they really want to play a safe strategy here if they're going to have any chance of coming back in this game. It's not about learning yet, at least. More about Complexity, who are just piling on the pressure again. You know, I think should Twisted Minds lose this, I see a 2v2 coming. I think they're going to pick twos.
There's no way you go to one.
You don't go ones against. You don't do ones against Rayspill.
No. Not at all. It's going to be seeing, I'm sure, a 2v2 coming through. But then, you know, if it goes to game 4, they're going to have to face off against the Bull.
Oh, that's a great play. What a setup as well. Complexity are just too good. Shad with the flip reset into the air dribble almost. Had the double tap. It was well saved. Rayspill is all over it with the air roll shot. Once again, boost running out for both goalkeepers, Shikaji and Dahum as well.
Definitely looking at a lot of experience from the side of Complexity. They seem cool, calm and collected as much as we see Shikaji you know, leading back, making sure that he's pretty chill, having a good time, not worried whatsoever about what's going to be approaching him. 5-1, 90 seconds remaining. Do we just see a couple of confidence goals coming in or a miraculous turnaround? 1 minute 15. The defense from Complexity stays strong and stalwart, staying in that midfield. Can't go too much further until that pinch does manage to find its way in. The right-hand wall sees Razor will find it central. Shad up high. Can he go for that double? Flies a bit too far away. Contact cannot be made. AJG, great positioning again. Central, shutting any attack from Twisted Minds down. Again, can Razor will get the pinch? No, the defense from Shikaji just about good enough.
Yeah, a very impressive performance here from Complexity. Comfortable win by the looks of things. Something that we did not see in game 1 when Luminosity took to the stage against Detonator. That seemed to be a closer game 1 where Detonator had the lead twice. This has been a different story. Complexity have led early on. They've never let go of that lead, and it's been by a significant margin as well against the number 9 team in MENA in the spring split of RLCS. This is what it looks like when they go up against Complexity, who are number 7 in North America. Definitely a great start for Complexity.
10 seconds left and a game win to kick their Gamers8 tournament off. Nearly the 6th goal flying in with pace. But brilliant chances for Complexity to prove what they can do. And Johnny, now that you're in the casting area, you get to do a fun bit of speculation. We did it a little bit in that game.
Did you get right? Ex-champions in South America, now number 7 in the entire season of RLCS 2021-22 in North America. Complexity, favorites in 3v3, they've won it. Now I think they're also favorites in 2v2, but this could be a closer matchup on paper.
And it's big man Razebull going to be taking it alongside Shad. Whereas on Twisted Minds, it is Dahum and Shikage.
Razebull, he is just the main character here, isn't he? Ever since that 1v1 domination that he put on his opponents in the qualifier. Twisted Minds were outpaced early on in the 3v3. They have to really take the game to Complexity here. It's not just about getting a win on the board, it's also about, you know, sending them a message, because 3v3 is coming up next and they just got destroyed in 3v3. You've got to send them a message here saying, okay, well actually, that was just a warm-up game. We're here to play. Maybe get inside Complexity's head.
I mean, the fact that you get to wrestle it back by saying, okay, we're going to our favored game mode, it's quite a big mantle, because as I said, if you lose it, all of the odd-numbered games are 3v3.
Yeah.
Like, either you end a series at 3-0, or you can wrestle it through potentially to a game 5. But regardless, it's going to be a 3v3 at the end of it. So it's hard. Twisted Minds, they need to be pushing as much as they can in the 2s. And so far, to me, they look a lot better than how they were faring in the 3s.
Yeah, there's more boosts available for them in the 2v2. You know, Complexity just completely out-pressured them, had them panicking, wasting boosts, and starving them as well. But 2v2, they're slow playing well. That shot needed to be better, though. Best chance of the game for Twisted Minds, they've let it slip.
Disappointingly wide, and the flip reset can't quite find its way in. Instead, it's shot high.
Oh, what?
Not quite in. Just a hair's width separating these two teams right now.
Well, again, we said best chance of the game. I take it back. Complexity with a better one. You can see the style of Twisted Minds in 2s is very controlling. Not unusual to see the Middle East players in the Fenix. Everybody in the Middle East region loves to rock this car. Lovely little ball chase challenge there. On the retreat by Shikaji. Secures the back corner boost as well. That's going to send Razebull out. Actually, Shad going to come right in for the play though. But Razebull can't really follow immediately. Both of the Complexity players, for a moment there, down to 0 boost.
Yeah, but good retaliation. The demo's working the way. And both sides, Razebull up for the double touch. Can't quite get around at that top corner. And now a chance. Will this long shot come in low on boost? Shikaji just had to challenge that, but Razebull with a quick turn, boost on his side, was able to get it away. Pinched into the back corner, and half the game gone. Much more even. Complexity, maybe taking those 3v3 tips and how they want to play, trying to extend it onto the 3v3, and just not working.
You know, Complexity would like to keep their 3 style, which is very aerial focused, very team focused. You know, very focused on just as much player as they can get into a game. Whereas Twisted Minds are just 50-50ing them and controlling the game. They're slowing down the pace. That's not what Complexity want. They want to play off bursts of speed. Whereas Twisted Minds are quite comfortable playing in these awkward little exchanges. To whom there fakes a challenge to get Shad to lose control of the ball. Shikaji again just rotates ball side to follow up quickly. Synergy is on for Twisted Minds in 2s. Complexity can put themselves in, I think, a position where they cannot lose the series if they can win this, but Twisted Minds putting up a fight.
Long shot though, can't quite find its way in. Shikaji managing to get back in time, not quite find its way over the top of Shad in the midfield, however, with 40 boost. Shikaji has to get back down to the ground, picks up the corner 100. Dahoum, 58, can he get the goal from it? Not quite, it's challenged again onto the right-hand side. Razebull letting that ball go. Shikaji with a quick turn, cut in, tapped over the top. Can the touch come in again? Chance, but the block from Razebull keeps this at 0-0.
Goalkeeping clutch for both teams. And then the aerial mechanics, a big dunk from Razebull. Huge recovery and save at one end of the field, and then the 1v2 solo play to take the lead.
That aerial ability and reading the man on the goal line, giving Complexity the lead. That's awesome movement, getting that save, and then immediately transitioning into that counter-attack with just over a minute left. Twisted Minds trail.
After all that effort, after all the chances they've had to keep this one alive, it's still Complexity flexing the aerial mechanics. They just look so much more comfortable in the air, so much quicker in the air. You've got to give credit to Twisted Minds for making this a difficult game for them. Complexity certainly have a massive edge when it comes to aerial battles. That's the demo, that was almost open. Fantastic demo in the back corner boost. Still running low for Complexity. Razebull gets the ball past 1. He's on 0 here, but he's still making work.
Yeah, I mean, just getting that shot off means that now Dahoum needs to work his way back. But can he land nicely for it? Oh my gosh, he nearly does. Dahoum unable to get the shot off, but this 2v2 team, much better for Twisted Minds. I can absolutely see a goal coming in. The demo worked out fantastically for them a minute ago, but no goal able to fly in instead. The final 10 seconds, will Twisted Minds be able to get a goal here? Shikaji wanting to get one block, can't quite get it, but up, shot, chance, Shad out for the in and out save. A little bit of tied up laces falling into that back half of Aquadome, and Complexity a much closer affair. Make it so that Shad isn't getting these free aerial game challenges. Make it so that Razebull can't just air dribble over the top. It's something that Twisted Minds can absolutely capitalize on, but Complexity now 1 game away from winning and progressing through the bracket and dropping Twisted Minds to the lowest. Again, I love that this is a double elimination format. It's so nice to see.
Yeah, remember, the loser of this will face Detonator.
That'd be such a good matchup.
Lower bracket of this group, the lower bracket matchup. Going to be something to behold. Winner moving on to play, I believe, against Guild, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is Guild waiting for the winner here. And what a shot from Shad to kick things off. Just launches it top shelf. Again, Razebull just being such a nuisance. He's impossible to defend against for this Twisted Minds roster.
And Shad had taken that break during the 2v2 game and coming back completely revitalized. He looked absolutely unstoppable during the first 3v3. So coming in, scoring that first one, Complexity off on a runner.
Oh, big chance. And a good shot, almost a pre-jump save from Shad, but Shikaji's shot, just like Complexity's earlier goal, rifles into the top corner. Also credit to Dahoum there, just faking a 50-50 instead, peeling away from the challenge. actually forcing the ball to bounce off that corner wall. That's not what Complexity are looking for. They're trying to roll it into the corner wall, get it to safety, but Twisted Mind's able to manipulate that bounce into the center. The big play from Dahoum.
And then Dahoum going for the bump. Peeling away from the ball entirely, forcing the Complexity defender to be able to get that ball away. Isn't able to. Dahoum, absolute credit to him. Brilliant movement, but Shikaji onto the ceiling. Still has his flip, goes over the top of one. The second one coming down. A shot opportunity, goes high instead. Dahoum, maybe a shot on target would have been the play, but with nobody behind him, maybe safety was the call.
I think he was maybe worried that it was going to be too easy to save, as Complexity's goalkeeping has impressed several times. There's going to need to be a fourth goalkeeper here. And actually, it turns out to be the post. Shad denied by the upright. Game 3 remains tied. Twisted Minds getting to see a lot more of the offensive half in this matchup. Another good ball chase challenge on the recovery. It's something that Twisted Minds did well in the 2v2 game. Staying active in the play. Oh my goodness, what a double. rlesports is just too quick with it. No challenge is going to beat that guy to the ball. Ceiling double tap at supersonic speed.
And it was the movement to originally go up the top and then flips back round, faking onto the flip reset with what? Literally 0.2 of a second. But that amount of decision making where you can turn it, things flip reset, the defense then recognise that, they peel back a little bit, and then he immediately snipes onto the net. Brilliant movement, just throwing off, juking in the skies. The aerial ability from Complexity is truly second to none.
And it's not something Twisted Minds are enjoying going up against, and you know, you'd expect it to be less of a thing in 2v2 and maybe later on in 1v1 should Twisted Minds manage to come back. Doesn't look likely. It looks like Complexity are on the run to a sweep here, but even if we go to a 1v1, I think rlesports is going to still be in the air every single play. They're not going to be able to get away from these Complexity aerial plays.
Yeah.
They're dominating them and forcing them to panic and waste so much boost. Complexity just too strong right now for Twisted Minds.
There's good movement as well. Going round, the first shot not working, so the bump instead coming in. Shikaji wanting to get a fake off there, trying to get the shot on the second attempt round. AJG though passing it down the wing onto the left-hand side. Shad to receive, pinching centre. rlesports had already removed himself from the situation, so can't take that shot. AJG high, but that movement and the speed from Shikaji in the midfield to get high off a pinching ball is what threatens Complexity, not yet being utilised to its fullest.
Yeah, the confidence is definitely taking a hit. I think the big game one from Complexity took the wind out of Twisted Mind's sails. We're hoping to maybe catch Complexity on an off day, especially given the difficulty that Complexity had getting to the event. Probably the team with most issues. And if the teams had more difficulty than two other players missing the flight, then I've not heard about it, but completely unfazed. Complexity are on fire. Twisted Minds stuck in defense once again. They desperately need to hang on here. You feel like one more goal would be just too much to go back from. Nice fake there. Dahoum's going to go for the air double bump as well, but what save by rlesports, who is not just comfortable in offense, not just comfortable in the air, also defensively solid, even in the 1v1.
One of my favourite parts of seeing, those 1v1 situations and in 1v1s themselves is looking at an eligible bump from the defender's perspective. Because
terrifying.
You see the ball, you know it's going on target, you're in the air with your boost, and the player's aiming at you, and with Mish aiming at the goal, only one separating Twisted Minds and Complexity. No air dribble bump needed just yet.
And Mish just kept on ball cam there. He had no boost, but he left the ball cam on instead of just flipping away immediately. Shikaji managed to bounce the ball off the ceiling and straight down to him. It's a one-goal game. Twisted Minds putting up a better fight the second time around. Looks like they're the team who are seemingly learning more about their opponents, and there definitely was a lot to be learned from that game one.
Minute and 10, and opportunities apparating much more frequently for Twisted Minds at this point. Passing central, twisting it up, moving it around that pitch. Shikaji missing that side boost though, and so falls down to 18 and stolen, I guess reclaimed by rlesports in his own corner. Dahoum up high, but touched backwards somehow. That speed to get around the attacking player from Twisted Minds. Complexity, again, in the skies like jets.
Yeah, rlesports is a complete nuisance. They have actually pre-jumped there, so I think they might, in fact, be in a bit of trouble, and they are. Dahoum with the mind game and the equalizer. Double commitment from Complexity. They tried to make a huge play in offense. It fell apart. Shikaji runs ahead to take Shad out of the play. Dahoum fakes the recovering player. Twisted Minds with clutch plays in the closing minute.
Writing a completely different story in game number 3. The first one, they only got a single goal against Complexity's 5 or 6. I think it was 5 in the end. With 30 seconds left, Twisted Minds, that equaliser, confidence inspiring and potentially taking them onto a game number 4 and a 1v1 with the Bull.
Oh! Not Shad has anything to say about it. Close range double tap. It is set up by Razebull's reset. What a recovery by Shad. He pounced on that one, and the goalkeeper had no chance to react to a point-blank range double at that speed. Complexity back in front now, just 22 seconds for Twisted Minds to work with.
Such an interesting dichotomy of play there, where Razebull going slow onto Shad, receiving it like a bullet into that back wall. 13 seconds left. Twisted Minds need 1. Can it be the man Dahoum to be able to get it for them? Mish in the back lines, demos one player out of the way. Dahoum up in the sky. No chance as this lands towards the floor. More opportunities. Will it be one more for Complexity? Not goals, but games and series, yes.